Bet Edge, Monday, March the 13th. My name is Sean Carrier. Thank you for being with us. We're coming off a pretty good weekend. I feel like we're heating up just in time for the March Madness tournament. And if anyone is as excited as we are about the March Madness, you're not going to want to miss what we're bringing to you over the next few days. We've done all kinds of research on this tournament. We've got some great tips, some great betting tools, some great insight. So you're not going to want to miss the next few days here at Bet Edge. We've got all kinds of March Madness stuff coming your way. We're going to help you win your bracket challenges and all sorts of things of that nature. So be sure to tune in over the next few days, guys. Subscribe to the YouTube. Give us a follow over on Twitter. That's our homepage at bet_edge. I'll post a link in the description below. But yeah, you're definitely gonna want to be on board here over the next few days. We plan on making all kinds of units here on this NCAA tournament. Maybe our favorite week of the betting year. So you're not gonna want to miss out, guys. Give us a follow, give us a subscribe, and you're not gonna regret it. I promise you that. But that's for the next few days. Today, back to the NBA. We've got a great game in the association tonight. The Milwaukee Bucks visiting the Memphis Grizzlies. And we see all kinds of reasons why we love the Milwaukee Bucks to get it done tonight. They're catching 4 points in Memphis. We feel like they should be favored possibly in this game. So let's dive right into it. We'll get right to the summary. The first point here, these teams have played once earlier this season. The Bucks won that matchup 106-96. It was all the way back in November. But we're seeing some reasons why this Memphis team might be worse than the team that played in November. And this Bucks team definitely surging of late. So let's get right to that. The second point, the Milwaukee Bucks 6-0 straight up and against the spread in their last 6 games. They're batting a perfect percentage here of late. Just a team that's absolutely rolling. About a week or two ago, it looked like they were certain to miss the NBA playoffs this year, but after this recent stretch, they're right back in the thick of things, and they've got all the motivation in the world to play for again, and they're playing some great basketball. Compared to the Memphis side of the ball, in the third point here, it couldn't be more of an opposite situation. Memphis 0-5 straight up and against the spread in their last 5 games, a team that seems to be going in the wrong direction. Anyone that's been paying close attention to this Memphis team, Coach Fizdale might be hitting the panic button. He's been tinkering with the lineup. He inserted Brandon Wright and Andrew Harrison into the starting lineup for Tony Allen and JaMychal Green, and that has not seemed to work at all. They got blown out in their first game that they tried that against the Brooklyn Nets, and it hasn't gotten better since. They played 2 games since then and lost them both. Straight up and against the spread. Just a team searching for answers right now. They're definitely not playing their best basketball heading down the stretch of the NBA season. And they're getting a red-hot Bucks team in town tonight. They could be in for a long night on their home floor. This next point here, one of my favorite points when I broke this game down. Just taking a close look at this Memphis defense. It's definitely what they're hanging their hat on year to year. They play that slow pace with that grinding defense, and it seems to be what gets it done for them. But and it was working pre-All-Star break. This team was only surrendering 102.8 points. I had them 4th in the NBA in defensive efficiency. When compared to their defense post-All-Star break, though, they're now surrendering 114.5 points in these games, and that has them sitting 30th in the NBA. And when this team doesn't have that huge defensive edge, they just don't win games. And that's what we're seeing right now. They're struggling to get it done on the defensive end of things, and they just do not have the offensive firepower to carry them through games when their defense is struggling, and it's definitely struggling right now. So we'll get to this offense here. The next point, the Bucks are actually the defensive side right now. They've held all of their last 5 opponents under 100 points. And if they're able to do that against Memphis tonight, I really like their chances to not only cover the spread, but win the game outright. If we look at the offensive side of the basketball here, in particular the field goal percentage, the Bucks shoot it at .529. That has them 5th in the NBA. That's a great field goal percentage. And the Grizzlies has 29th in the NBA in field goal percentage at .488. So if Memphis is able to implement the style of play that they want, which is that slow pace, limit the possessions in this game, this field goal percentage could really work against them. If you're only getting a small amount of possessions and the team you're playing is shooting it at 50 points higher than what you are, you're going to be in for a long night. And then that last point here, the Bucks have big edges in offense, field goal percentage, and points per shot. So we'll dive right into the stat graphic here. As you can see, that's a 2.5 point edge in offense. Memphis with a that's a pretty significant edge in defense there at 2.2 points per 100 possessions. But this accounts for their total years average. And when we look back over here at what they've been doing post All-Star break, this is definitely not the defensive side that they've been for the entire season. And then we just went over that field goal percentage edge, a huge one for the Bucks. Points per shot, a full decimal point higher. That's 10 points over 100 possessions. And then Memphis with edges in the rebounding category and the turnover percentage. But this is more of a case of a hot team playing a cold team. Team that really needs to win with their defense that doesn't seem to be able to get it done right now. So we love this pick, guys. We're going to make it, 1 unit, 2 units, I don't know. We're leaning toward that 2 unit selection. We might settle in the middle, make it a 1.5 unit selection on the Milwaukee Bucks. Yeah, I think we're going to do it. We're seeing enough reasons here to pull the trigger. So put it on the board. 1.5 units, the Milwaukee Bucks, plus the 4 points in Memphis tonight. If you're feeling a little frisky, put a little sprinkle on the money line. We really like the Bucks' chances to win this game outright. We love their chances to cover the 4. So put it on the board, guys. Milwaukee Bucks plus 4. We hope this video helped. As we stated earlier in the video, be sure to check back tomorrow and over the next few days. We've got all kinds of great March Madness tips and stuff coming your way. You're not going to want to miss it. We're going to help you win your bracket challenges. So be sure to tune in for that. As always, thank you for tuning in. Good night and good luck.